Here's one of the things that I found that was something that people really wanted to deal with and needed to deal with. And a lot of it came from women, and the subject was, how do I get rid of belly fat? How do I lose that? And many of the gals that I talked to said, it's been something that since I had my kids, I have a hard time getting rid of that little roll around my stomach. Well, here's some ideas for you. First of all, you have to realize that when you work out, the speed and the intensity of the workout is extremely important. Now, you've heard me talk about this before, but it bears repeating. It's very important that you, again, how do you get rid of that stored energy around your belly? And again, that belly fat is stored energy. So what do you need to do? You need to crank up the furnace. You need to increase the passion and the intensity and the speed of your movement so that this will burn off. And if you do it right, there's certainly a chance that you will do that. Now here's some questions. Here's some questions that are very important. Why is it important that I get myself to the point where I can start burning that off? Not only will you feel that you're progressing, you'll see and feel that there's a change in your body, but that change is going to excite you to do more and better and bigger things. So again, there's a very important why in there. Then what about the what and the hows? What can I do? How can I do it to get rid of some of this belly fat? I'm going to steer you once again to some of the past videos that we've done on the Combat Endurance Training site. If you go there, combatendurancetraining.com, and you click on the past videos, there's a whole series of different workout thoughts that you can do. And one of them is simple as walking. A while ago I did some interval walking with you. And again, it can be done on flat surface. It can be done on hills. A little bit better on hills because the burn is intensified because of the angle. The work that your heart is doing. And again, when I talk about intensity and speed, I'm also talking about cranking up the level of your breathing and cranking up the level that your heart is working. So walking is good. If you can do any kind of sprinting, if your knees are okay and your hips are okay and you can do some running, it doesn't have to be long distance, because long distance running can be it can pound down the joints. Now, if you run long distance, I'm not saying you shouldn't do that, but some type of sprinting, if you're really wanting to lose belly fat, then again, crank up the energy and the speed of the workout. Now, that can be done just like we did the intervals in walking with short sprints, maybe 10, 20 yards, jogging back to the start, 10, 20 yards again. Make sure when you're sprinting you warm your body up a little bit so that you're not pulling anything, especially your hamstrings. So again, you can go into this slowly. Again, if you haven't sprinted for a while, take your time. With anything, take your time, go slow, make sure that your body is warmed up so that you don't hurt anything, and then that's a setback for you, then you won't be able to exercise. Now, one other thing that you can do to really help increase your energy or your burning of the energy is spend a lot of time breathing well. Breathe deeply, because again, deep breathing is a good way to tighten up the belly. On the exhales, you squeeze it, you tighten it, you breathe. Now, will deep breathing by itself, will that burn off all of that belly fat? Probably not. But deep breathing is an important component to put into your exercise routine, to put into your daily life. So the breathing makes you stronger and healthier and more able to do these things that will burn off the things that you want to burn off. Now, what if you decide not to do it? What if you decide not to do something to burn off the belly fat? Well, you know as well as I do what that feels like, because you've already stated, or you feel that you have something that you want to do better. You have something that you may want to lose. In this case, it's that little ring around the belly that's been bothering you. Well, if you don't do it, it stays. And worse than that, not only the physical part stays, but the emotional part, the mental baggage stays. I know I have something I should do, but I'm not doing anything about it. And that's something you don't want to carry around. But on the other hand, what if you do? What if you do decide to make some changes? A different energy, a different attitude, a different passion about your exercise and about your life, and you do deserve that. So give some thought to what kind of energy are you putting into your workouts. That same energy you'll get out of your workouts. It will not only change the workouts and your physical body, but it's going to change a lot of other things too. So best of luck. Again, go to the site, Combat Endurance Training, check out some of those videos, and have a great weekend.